Hey, thanks for joining us on Discover Southeast Texas. This video is part of our Hurricane Harvey Heroes series, and I am with Alese Deckard, and she is definitely one of our Harvey heroes in the community. In the early stages, you made yourself available just to be available and to do whatever, and ended up being very instrumental in the shelter in Lumberton. So take us from the beginning of that story.
It was really interesting. Our pastor sent out an email that said, we need to bring together supplies for this shelter that's opening in Huffman. And so I sent my husband to the store to get macaroni and cheese. And while he was gone, I was praying about it. Lord, what do we need to do? And I heard him say to me, it was a whisper, Woodcrest will be a shelter. And so I contacted my pastor and I said, hey, I think Woodcrest is going to be a shelter. He said, no, Parkway Life is the shelter and we will help. And I said, that's great. So I went up to Woodcrest to see what he wanted me to do to help. And started cooking food. That's where we started out. They needed meals, and so I started cooking food and cleaning the shower areas so that the people could come in and take showers if they needed to. Yeah. And it wasn't many hours later that Parkway Life started taking on water, and all of that shelter operation was moved to Woodcrest.
Wow. So, well, give us a picture of what the shelter looked like, because whenever we were trapped in our home and we didn't get water in it, but it was right at the door, and we were trying to decide, should we leave, what should we do? And at that time, the only place we could go would have been a shelter, and I thought, I don't want to go where there's just little cots and we're just sitting there doing nothing, but I heard the shelter was nothing like that.
Well, there were cots, definitely cots, and air mattresses. We had showers, of course. We had 3 hot meals a day brought by all the churches in the area. I don't think that there was one church that did not participate in the shelter. As food would dwindle down to nothing and we'd still have 5 or 6 people in line, somebody would walk in with fried chicken and do the rest of the meal. It was beautiful. But in addition to the 3 hot meals and the cot, they also had beautiful grounds to walk around on. They could bring their pets. We had a vet that came every day and took care of the animals. We had a lady that came and did their hair while they were at the shelter. Wow. We had the big entertainment bus that has the video games on it for the kids to play at. A dance team came and taught kids dances and did fingernails and played with them. The football team showed up to throw balls with the boys out in the parking lot. We had Disney princesses show up to read to little girls. There was a Spider-Man that showed up at some point. I don't even know who that guy was, but people from the community just started coming in to help, and I have never seen such great unity. Wow. And there were people from our shelter guests who I overheard say, this is better than some of the vacations I've been on. It was like, it was absolutely like a family vacation.
Yeah. And you're still trying to stay in touch with some of the people that were in the shelter, right?
Right, they're family now. When you live with people for 2 weeks, and and the campus is big, but with 200 plus people, it gets pretty small. And you get to know them, and you find out what their hurts are, what their pains are, and what their fears are. Then you want to take care of them. They're family. And so we have some people that are working in the community, and they're checking on our people as they go out.
So many churches came together, so many people came together. Just such unity that we saw in Southeast Texas, and we we just love it. So thank you so much for your part in that story.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on Discover Southeast Texas, where I highlight area businesses, people, and events that make this community better than it already is.